this salmon dish, what's great is this is a fall or winter salmon dish. It's like a main course either for the holidays or any time of the year, but basically like the winter and fall. And now that's holiday season, it's especially, but you can do it all year round. But right now we have about one pound, one and a half pound of salmon fillet. You go up to 2 pounds for this recipe. It serves at least 4 people. And we've got some about 2 ounces of butter. I'm using some small oranges, mandarin, but you can do half an orange. I've got about 2 or 3 sprigs of rosemary, also at half an onion. So we're going to slice our half onion, just in half moon shapes there for our onion. Get that all sliced pretty thin. This is a smaller onion, but if you have a medium-sized onion, it's fine. There's our onion. And then, of course, our rosemary. I've already taken it off. You want to take it off the stems. And then once you get the rosemary, you're going to do a rough chop. You don't have to go too fine on this, but rosemary does have a little bit of extra texture on there, so we want to break it up, make sure there's no stems on there. So that's going to be our rosemary. Put that aside. We've got our oranges already cut in half and ready to go for juicing. And we have our butter all set. If you want to fillet your salmon, you're not a skin person. I like skin, but a lot of people don't like skin. So here you go. You can take, if you have especially a tail piece here, is take your tail in first, go right underneath. I'm taking the skin off because there's people in my family who don't like the skin, so I'm going like this, and I'm pulling it closer to me with my knife facing away from myself. I'm going to make a little sharp turn, pull it close to me, you can see there, and then I'm going to start flattening out my knife, just like so. Flatten out my knife, pull it, flatten out my knife, and have your knife horizontal at this point. It's really important, and see where you are, and then keep pulling and pulling and pulling. Knife is going away from you and your skin is pulling towards you, and there we go, just like that, and we have our skin coming off. Pretty simple. It's easier on salmon than some other fish, but if you like, you can leave the skin on, not a problem. There we go, and done for our skin. And then we're going to keep a nice whole piece because it'll be a nice presentation for nice on a platter if you're going to have a main course instead of cutting it up into pieces. So there's our salmon. We got some parchment paper and we got that all set. We're also going to have some sea salt today too as well that we're going to use for seasoning. Alright, let's get started with our onions and our butter. Alright, we got some high heat going on a nice saute pan. We're going to put our butter in. We are looking for caramelization and color, so high heat with our butter, put our onions in, and just keep it on a high heat. And we're going to be stirring around these onions to get some color on them first, and that's going to take a couple minutes. Alright, that's been about 3 or 4 minutes on a high heat. We got some nice browning on our onion. Now we're going to slow it down to a low heat. Okay, slow it down to a low heat. Then we're going to add in our brown sugar. That's about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Stir that around, and we're going to turn off our heat. All we did is mix that in, and our heat is off. Next, we're going to add in our rosemary. Chop the rosemary in there. Then we're going to juice our lemon. I mean, not a lemon. We're going to juice our orange. Sorry about that. Make sure you don't have any seeds in there. Juice our orange in there. Okay. And there we go. And that's going to cook down. We're going to turn it back on to a low heat. This is going to cook down for just 1 minute. We need to have butter and the butter in there, the brown sugar, the onions, the rosemary, the orange, and now that's literally like a minute, and we turn it off. Now we're ready to put this on top of our salmon, and by the way, our oven is preheated to 400, nice and hot. So let's get ready to set up our salmon to go in the oven. So we're going to put some nice flake sea salt on the layer of this salmon, okay? There we go. And then also pepper, ground black pepper, nice and spread out all over. Of course, our oven is preheated to 400. There we go. Now we're ready to spread this mixture on top of our salmon. There we go. Spread that out, just like that. And we are good. So we're gonna put this in our oven. We're gonna give this, now this is about an inch at the thickest part of our salmon. We don't wanna overcook the salmon, so we're gonna check this in about 15 minutes while it's in the oven, and it's gonna be at 400. All right, let's take this out. Now this has been about 15 minutes, okay, at 400 degrees. So we want to have firmness to the flesh, and if you're not really sure if it's done or not, you can take just a little incision and see if you're a little more whiter and paler in your flesh and your salmon. You're good. You can go medium rare if you want, but I check it after 15 minutes, and this is ready to go. All right, so out of the oven, and we're going to put that on a platter. I like serving it whole, and then guests can just like cut off their amounts that they want. And the extra juice you want to put on the top, drizzle that all around for your extra juice. Smells great, and you're ready to serve.